Friday.
Friday. I bring the tripod back over my back. I bring the tripod back over my shoulder, wincing some as the metal pushes against my collarbone. I came all the way out here to this old post office, but the camera battery won't stay in. I can't even turn the thing on without physically pushing and holding the battery in place. Carl must have fucked the thing up more than I originally thought. When I get back to the motel, I'll have to see if I can fix it. Otherwise, I'll probably have to download some pictures off the county website and just narrate over them. I should have scanned those photos I found at the I should have scanned those photos I found at the city hall, because going back there now doesn't seem like a great idea. I close my eyes, letting my legs lead the way as I step through the tall grass and back into the dirt road. It's hot today, way hotter than usually in this late spring. Everything's kind of hazy, too. Like there's wildfire air blowing downwind through Echo. Those usually drive my allergies nuts, but so far I'm not feeling too stuffy, or I'm not feeling too stuffed up or itchy. As screwed up as it might sound, I always kinda liked when there were big fires in state. I mean, sure, it sucks sneezing all the time and having my nose feel scratchy, but I love the burning smell. Reminds me of barbecues. Doesn't smell like that now, though that does remind me. I pull out my phone. It's 10:03 a.m. Jenna texted earlier. Chase, Leah wants to set up his grill at the hill behind your house. Around early afternoon, I think. If you want to stop by, you can. When we were kids, sometimes my dad would let us charcoal grill, roll our little charcoal grill up there and try cooking ourselves. My dad always said it was to keep a wide buffer between us and the house so we didn't accidentally burn the place down. After Flynn set a brush fire in our backyard during Labor Day, I kind of understood the sentiment. I exhale, shoving my phone back into my pocket. Interesting, Leo decided to schedule it while Flynn is still working. I bring my thumb and forefinger above my muzzle and press at the space between my eyes. I sniff, smelling the faint scent of musty ash that seems to be clinging to my fur even after the shower I took this morning. And just like that, my blood seems to cool. I get that weird stuttering feeling you have in your heart when you remember something you don't want to. Last night doesn't seem real. I can't believe shit like that exists just past where I grew up. How long has that place even been around? It doesn't even have a name. I searched the address some more when I got home, but I didn't find anything online. I mean, I've been in gay bars before up in Peyton, usually because some girl I'm friends with drags me there, but nothing quite like that. At least Daxton seemed to not hate it completely by the time we left. Turns out the middle-aged horse guy was an old dastry, the term used for people who really like Ad Astra. Daxton and him hit it off pretty well while I was away. Carl, meanwhile, was already passed out in my car by the time we got back. It was an awkward car ride home. A strange sense of sad nostalgia takes hold of me as I approach the faded white, old brick structure that was my home. The white picket fence that surrounded the exterior is all but gone now. The few remaining posts are scattered all over the yard, some half buried in the loose, barren topsoil. I remember Dad always made me point at every. I remember Dad always made me point at Paint. I remember Dad always made me paint it every summer, and I'd pitch a huge fit because I hated it. Working at 110-degree temperatures, with scratchy bramble getting stuck in my pads, not to mention the dirt on the paintbrush. Dad never was happy with how it turned out anyway. He'd yell at me for laziness and doing a poor job. He claimed I had no aptitude for work, first placing the blame on me playing too many video games. Then Leo. Then Jenna. Then TJ. Everyone except for himself. People are supposed to have a sense of satisfaction in their work, but every moment away from an escapist diversion seemed to make me miserable. I cooped myself up in my room with a big ass plug-in fan, watching TV, daydreaming about fictional guys, and eating just an absurd amount of cereal. I sigh as I walk over an old plot where Mom's garden used to be. According to City Hall, the place is abandoned and condemned now. I step up to the window of my old bedroom, squinting through the dusty glass and spying the familiar turquoise shag carpet inside. All the furniture is gone and spiderwebs hang from every corner. There's some graffiti on the wall as well, a gang sign or something that looks like a crooked red number 8. Seeing it, I'm left with a feeling of unease, like the sanctity of what once was mine has been taken away. I don't exactly pine for the days of being stuck in there, but there's an overwhelming pang of awareness that those times have passed and are never coming back. The worries I had growing up are gone and replaced by these visceral, very adult concerns about money, jobs, debt. And I'll never have a group of friends like I did back then. A sharp whistle breaks my train of thought. I spin around to see the silhouette of two figures up on the hill overlooking the house. Leo and Jenna. Jenna's probably competing with Leo again some way and absolutely dominating him again.
Probably. Cooking better than him.
After a moment, TJ walks up next to them and waves.
Hi, TJ. Or, hi, Chase. Hi, myself.
Hello, myself.
Hi, myself. I'm TJ, TJ son. You know about him, right? Toby son?
Oh, yes. Tabby son. I lift my paw up, offering a limp wave in return. Next thing I know, TJ's making his way down the slope, Leo right behind him. Jenna follows shortly after.
Chase, it's good to see you again.
The lynx looks tired, all things considered, the tips of his fur tinged with the orangish dirt in the area. Still, he's beaming at me regardless. It's good to see you, too, actually. TJ cocks his head.
Actually?
I blink.
Yeah, what do you mean by that, Alter?
Leo has a stern voice, his eyes hard upon me. I mean, you know what I mean. A smirk appears at the edge of the wolf's muzzle, and he steps up to me, slugging my shoulder with enough force to sting a bit.
Well, astonishing. It's good to see you swell.
I wince a bit from the blow. Leo reaches over and ruffles my head fur.
Sorry.
He grins a little afterwards. He seems cheery overall. It's hard to believe he's the same Leo that just yesterday I was hiding in a bathroom cupboard from. I try not to look too tense. Next time, hit him harder. Jenna gives me an edged look, though there's warmth to her eyes.
Jenna.
She looks me over, then glances toward the road. I'm surprised you didn't drive.
We found a picnic table in one of the yards of the abandoned houses. We set it up over there.
He points to the base of the hill slope, where, sure enough, an old wooden picnic table sits. And TJ was okay with this. The lynx frowns, digging his toes into the dirt.
Well, as long as we put it back when we're done, it's not technically stealing. It's just borrowing without permission. But probably no one lives there, so who cares?
That's right, TJ.
Who cares?
You're becoming quite the rebel, TJ. I
Yeah.
manage to smile at him. He looks slightly aghast, though Leo chuckles. We should put the hot dogs on the grill now. The bacon won't take as long. Jenna turns, making her way over to the table. Beside it is a green portable propane grill, like the sort like the sort you use for camping trips. On top of the grill are a couple of Ziploc bags.
We're gonna grill up these fancy pepper jack hot dogs we got in Peyton. And some applewood smoked bacon.
That sounds good.
We even got some tofu dogs for Carl. Just like old times, eh? Yeah?
I hope we've gotten better at cooking since then, but where's Carl? Leo shrugs. TJ chimes in.
Maybe he slept in? It's kind of early. You know how lazy he is. And high all the time. For him, I mean.
We make our way over towards Jenna. Leo's tail wags slightly as he walks. I set my gear down and peer at the table. The thing is still dirty as hell. Probably over a decade of dust and weather etched into the wood and metal. I can't remember what neighbor this belonged to. Over the years, there were so many. Usually hippies or retirees seeking to get away from the hustle and bustle of urban, or even suburban, living. Most became rather disillusioned with the idea of Echo being some lovely desert escape about after a month of living here, though. It's usually how it goes. I glance up at Leo. He looks back at me. He's taking the hot dogs out of the packaging and getting them all set up on the grill. The wolf doesn't say anything, and neither do I. He keeps making the same faintly awkward smile whenever I look at him too long. TJ and Jenna have sat down at the table and are digging through a weathered backpack. Jenna takes out some paper plates, setting out a small stack and weighing them down with a rock so they don't blow away.
That seems kind of unhygienic.
Don't worry, we won't eat off of that one. She looks up and over at me. We'll just give it to Chase. TJ frowns and shakes his head. I sigh, furrowing my brow some. Look, I'm sorry I haven't been around much this whole trip. I kind of regret it, too. Really? The Finnick responds with a tone of feigned surprise, though when we lock eyes, she seems to waver some. She crosses her arms over her tank-topped chest, looking down, then back up again. It's okay. It's been an interesting few days for us. I raise my brow inquisitively. Yeah? Same here. Jenna smiles in an apologetic fashion, and I move to sit next to her. TJ reaches into the bag and holds up a few bottles of condiments to me.
We got jalapeno ketchup, relish, spicy mustard, and a baggie of chopped onions.
Did you get those chopped onions from Carl? Because those might not be chopped onions. Why do they look like mushrooms?
They kind of smell like.
Are we gonna have a really fun time out in the desert?
Things are already moving all by themselves.
Wait,
I tried some chopped onion earlier.
wait. I mean, we're already having a fun time here out in the desert without Flynn.
Hey, look, this big sandy. It probably used to be a lake.
Sounds delicious, TJ. Yes, I know. It's a spice overload, but it was to appease Leo's iron palate.
Hmm.
Hearing his name, Leo waves at us. You know, I read an article once that people who like spicy foods are have masochistic tendencies. Jenna rolls her eyes, glancing at Leo, then back to me. Only you could confirm that in Leo's case. As for the article, yes, I've heard of that one before. It's pop psychology and based off of survey statistics.
What about me?
One of Leo's ears flicked to point in our direction. Chase was just telling us about your masochistic tendencies. Leo stops what he's doing and looks at us with the slightly widened eyes.
My what? Chase, you're supposed to keep that private.
Oh, God. I cover my face with my paw.
I wouldn't say I'm into that. I just like it rough. You shouldn't be talking about people behind their back, Jula.
He says this teasingly, stretching out some aluminum foil on the grill and placing the strips of bacon on it. Someone should have told you that earlier. You've been talking about Chase non-stop this week. Leo stiffens some, then tries to laugh it off. What?
I I was just worried about him. I mean, yeah. Shut up, Gina.
He looks at me. I look at him and say, what? You think I'm going to strange, weird BDSM bars with smoke in them?
With Flynn, I mean, with Flynn being all unstable and shit.
TJ flinches at the swearing. I'm surprised the Lynx was unperturbed during the masochism talk. Maybe he doesn't know what that is. I rub my arms apprehensively, peering at Jenna. What sort of stuff was he saying about me? I mean, my ears were burning all week.
I was sneezing. It's almost like almost like an anime.
Dude, that'd be great. The whole thing was like when someone talks about you, you sneeze. You just like
Just constantly sneezing.
all the doctors who hate this one surgeon, whenever he goes into surgery, they're all just talking about him nonstop.
Achoo.
Oh no! Crap, that was an artery.
You know, surprise sneezes too. Little ninja sneezes that make you sneeze just out of nowhere. He's there trying to keep his eyes open. He's constantly sneezing. These people are just laughing their ass off.
You have that one guy.
That Bandcamp.
He always likes to hover his finger over the launch all the nukes button.
Yeah, that guy, he's a douchebag. Achoo, nukes.
Oh no! Jenna looks in that wry way she does when she finds herself in a position of advantage over Leo. Leo looks at her, anxious.
Nothing bad out there. I bet my neck.
Maybe it's best if you two find some place to talk alone today. The Finnick looks over at Leo as if having delivered on an act of supreme mercy. Leo, in turn, looks grateful, keenly aware he has become indebted by this act. Right. We were planning on that anyway, I think. Jenna just nods. Good.
You all need to stop distracting the cook here. Just can you...
Past the sizzling of the grill, the clop of hooves on dirt becomes audible as fire begins to stretch out from the grill. Shit, Chula!
Oh no, Chula, bring the fire extinguisher. Oh
What
no,
fire
we forgot it. No, it's gonna be the Leo fire.
Go and get the water! What water? We're in a desert, Leo! Oh!
Oh no.
TJ cranes his neck some to peer past Leo, then smiles.
Carl. And
Oh!
oh, hi. Yo.
Hey! Carl immediately blobs himself down at the table, across from me, the ram rubbing his eyes with his fists.
The entire
That's
table
to me.
just lifts up and falls over on top of Carl.
Yeah, the entire table goes down about 5 degrees in one area and up about 5 degrees in another.
I'll go for it. Completely flips over onto Carl, but okay.
The wheels on the wheels on the picnic table become ovals.
the wheels on the table go round and flat.
Daxton, meanwhile, lingers at the end. His eyes are on me, as if waiting for something. Oh, hey, Daxton. I didn't know you were coming. Carl invited me. I wasn't really doing much else today. I put on a smile. Seeing the two just sort of reminds you of last night. Good to meet you. I'm Jenna. Jenna offers a quick nod. Meanwhile, TJ seems to bolt up, offering a paw to the tall salamander.
Hi, I'm TJ. It's good to meet a friend of Carl's.
Daxton looks a little surprised, shaking TJ's paw before looking back at me. He still has that same expectant expression on his face.
Daxton? Flynn's roommate, right?
Leo strolls up beside him, spatula in grasp. I'm said roommate? Yeah. Wait, you look familiar. This guy's accent changes every single time. Leo squints.
I did not kill Flynn. I didn't try to kill Flynn. It was a big misunderstanding. I did not damage your door or anything else in the house. Everything is hearsay and happenstance. I admit to nothing. He said what my daddy and my lawyer told me to say. You the Vespa guy?
Jackson looks back towards the road. Yeah, I drive a Vespa. Why? Why don't I just make this guy British? I think that's what he was originally.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I remember you, Vespa guy. You cut me off yesterday.
You son of a
You bastard.
Leo lets out a humored noise, rubbing his brow with his free paw as he grins.
You came to my dad's shop with the oil leak in that thing.
Daxton blinks in realization. Oh, Alvarez. Otto, up in Peyton. Yeah, I went there.
That thing was a dumb nightmare. At first I thought you were just using the wrong type of oil, since that's the most common reason. People don't know they got to use motorcycle oil, which lathers the transmission, gears, valves, and all that. Plus, it's less thick. But the thing was still leaking. So next I drained the overflow tube on the airbox and troubleshooted. Took me about 2 hours before I figured out that it had to do with the piston rings being worn out. Problem is, your little ride's a dumb special overseas import, yeah? There's no place that has replacement parts you needed for at least 7,000 miles.
Mm-hmm. I inherited it from my uncle in the old country.
He was probably British. That's the accent.
I guess that's why it took so long.
Yeah. Can't say I ever worked on a machine like that prior to you. So, thanks for the experience. Like I was saying, my dad owns the place. I'm Leo Alvarez. Chase is my boyfriend.
Daxton gives me and Leo a very confused look. Leo extends out a paw, though with less gusto than TJ. Oh no.
He remembers Leo.
Leo? He's like, Leo?
The Leo?
I see Daxton's gaze flick to me, his lips pulling a bit tighter on his smooth face. He takes the paw, shaking it. Leo perks a brow.
Judging by the look on your face, you heard of me.
A wee bit.
Oh, good, I hope. Ha ha ha.
Leo smiles lopsidedly. Not really, but whatever. The response elicits a collective irk from most of us. Salamander withdraws his hand, and Leo looks a little gobsmacked.
Your roommate's Flynn, so I guess that's to be expected. He likes to talk shit.
Daxton shrugs, then moves to sit at the table next to me. Chase, if you've got a minute, could we talk later? Sure. The salamander looks grateful, but doesn't elaborate further. Meanwhile, Leo stands there, rotating the spatula in his paws with his eyes on the dirt. After a moment, he turns, heading back to the grill, with an expression on his face that I can't quite make out. Jenna props her chin up with her paw, smiling faintly at Daxton. Wow. What? Nothing. Just musing out loud. Where are you from, Daxton? The salamander rests his hands on the table, rubbing his thumbs together. I've been living here in Echo for a year or two. Before that, I was in Colville, where I grew up.
Ew. Colville.
Go for it, Carl.
Colville.
Jenna stopped smiling. Colville? Really? What? What's wrong with Colville?
Everything, dude.
Colville. Isn't that the place with the lampposts that have little cowboy hats on them?
Oh, yeah. They have the cobblestone streets there. I went for a field trip once. Really wanted to live out in the country for a day. Old West. That place is too rich, even for me. For real? Wait, Colville? It looks like it's a cowboy place. It's just all rich? What the fuck?
They put those creepy smiling native mannequins on the sidewalks as decorations. Like it isn't grossly offensive, noting its history. Oh yeah. They shot that one big Western film there. The one with Jack Gillieu, searching for some family's daughter that got abducted by the Meseta. The town sort of rode off the fame of that movie for the past 40 years, from what it seems like. Daxton looks at all of us, crossing his arms tightly over his chest. It hasn't been doing. It hasn't been doing that well as it used to. Westerns aren't exactly as big as they used to be. It's kind of a shame, that. Not really a surprise, noting how tasteless most of them were. Carl shifts in his seat a bit awkwardly. TJ speaks up.
Speaking of Old West stuff, how goes the project, Chase? Leo said you couldn't hang out with us because you were working on it.
Jenna reaches into the backpack and pulls out a notebook, laying it out in front of her. We were bored at the motel, so we did some research ourselves.
Are you
We were bored at the
okay?
motel, so we did some of the research ourselves. If you want to discuss your findings, that is. I feel a little put on the spot, mainly since most of what I've done so far has been shooting B-roll.
Apparently, my house used to be a castle. A castle?
Yeah, I looked up Carl's house at City Hall. The records showed this big medieval looking place. There was some sort of collapse in 1915.
Living in a castle would be pretty cool, except you have to live there with your parents, and they won't let you smoke weed because the freaking castle walls absorb the smell like nothing else. Not that I
Plus,
need. Go ahead.
there's also like the castle HOA. You can't reduce the value of the other like four castles next to you.
Yeah, because there are so many rich ram families there. Not that I need more space, but you get what I mean. House Hendrix, the Lords of Echo. I would watch that show. Uh, would would probably have had too much sex and violence for you, man.
Truly that there would be much of the former with you on it. Carl lets out a little snicker before drifting his gaze to the sizzling grill nearby. Even Daxton seems to smirk a bit.
If you say so.
TJ flinches at the lewd talk, and Jenna quickly shifts her tone. Continue, Chase. Well, that's the thing. Carl's ancestors founded the town, but I think Flynn's family are the ones who mainly controlled it during the 20th century. There's a ton of more names in the records for leadership positions.
We were too busy making ice cream, I guess, even though that didn't exist during the time of castles. Speaking of which, I'm starving. How much longer, man?
He calls out to Leo, the wolf looking over his shoulder.
Unless you want your hot dogs medium rare, just a little longer, yeah?
Jenna waves off the boy's banter, speaking to me again. That's strange, noting Flynn's species. Reptilians aren't readily trusted by majority society in this country until relatively recently. I shrug. I'm not sure whether it's relevant to what I'm trying to cover. I mean, I haven't been able to find anything about the initial 1877 hysteria incident. It's like all those files are just gone. I pause, chewing my lower lip as I remember something. There were some local documents I found, concerning the mine. I don't know, but go on. There was mention of some sort of messed up murder happening in the mines in 1915 that somehow resulted in a riot. Not to mention, was made in 1877 hysteria event, though. No mention was made of the 1877 hysteria event, though. Jenna pulls up her notes, her eyes bouncing left and right as she speed reads. That's interesting. You mentioned that year earlier, 1915. The census recordings show that there was a large population drop between 1910 and 1920. I couldn't find any economic justification for it, since the mine continued to operate and the railroad line still serviced Echo. Daxton holds up his hand. So sorry, I'm trying to catch up to what you guys are trying to figure out here. Are you saying that these mine murders caused Echo to lose all its people? The correlations do not simply imply causation, but this is for Chase's video report, not an academic paper. You know how it is. Being interesting is more important than being thorough.
Your piece should be called Top 10 Reasons Echo Depopulated from Evil Mine Murder. You won't believe reason number 2. Like, throw some boobs on the thumbnail image and post it on the Pueblo website.
I frown. I'm used to hearing how the internet age has made modern journalism sort of a joke now, but it still stings. This isn't for the website or anything. This is just a class project.
Then it matters even less, dude. You're not even getting paid. Hell, you're paying them thousands. They should give you some slack.
I need to build up my portfolio, because right now all it has is a fluff piece about the Pueblo GSA's Pride concert.
You've still got a few more days, Chase. It isn't like you can't do your project and hang out with us at the same time.
Dexon appears a tad hangdog.
What the hell is that?
Hangdog.
On this guy.
Speaking up from beside me, what the hell is something being hangdog?
Let's Google.
I'm assuming it means like dejected.
Having a
Okay,
dejected
yeah.
or guilty appearance. Shamefaced, yeah. You were correct.
I was correct.
You were
That is
correct.
good. Dexon looks at Tad Hangdog, speaking up from beside me. I hope I'm not imposing on all y'all's reunion time. I'll see what I can do, and you're fine, Daxton. The thought strikes me that tomorrow's the day Flynn plans to question TJ. I don't think anyone will be in much of a hanging out mood after that. Maybe I should warn him? After yesterday, I don't know if I should give a damn what Flynn wants. But maybe that's too harsh. Maybe I just don't want to think about him right now. I hear the sound of heavy footsteps on soil, and the wafting smell of cooked meat fills my nose. Glancing up, Leo's standing over me. I mean, he just slid into the scene. At least it didn't come up from, like, below. He holds out a pair of tongs with a plate of bacon and hot dogs.
Bones and bulls are in the cooler.
As if rehearsed, Jenna picks up a small plastic cooler from beside the table. She rips open the packaging and distributes the buns accordingly.
Is it just alcohol in there?
TJ sounds disappointed.
I got you some juice pouches, Tej. Don't you worry. Yay! Thank you.
He smiles appreciatively. Daxton seems to peer curiously at the links before taking a hot dog for himself. He looks a bit reluctant towards Daxton. Leo looks a bit reluctant towards Daxton.
Daxton looks a little bit reluctant towards himself.
Daxton holds up a mirror, looks reluctant,
He
peers into it reluctantly.
looks a little hangdog again at himself. You guys eat meat?
Daxton's already absolutely covering his hot dog with ketchup. By you guys, you means... By you guys, you mean salamanders? Leo nods. I finally get a bun and begin to assemble my hot dog, wrapping it in bacon. Yep, we eat meat. My grandpa used to say that you should never trust somebody who doesn't. Carl looks up. Except for Carl. He's cool and trustworthy as all hell. The ram tries to force a tofu dog into his maw to hide the big smile forming on his muzzle. Jenna looks at them curiously, waiting for TJ to finish placing relish on his cut-up, bunless hot dog. Carl swallows, speaking up finally.
I guess, your grandpa's at least half wise, dude, man.
Daxton shakes his head. No, not really. He was a major speciesist and hated Jews.
Evil mustache man.
He had a mustache that you had to have if you wanted to wear a gas mask in World War One, and also a funny haircut.
He also shouted a lot.
Yeah, he shouted a lot. He wrote something about my struggle. I'm not sure. Went on and on and on about building walls and making our home country great again. I don't know. TJ chokes on his juice a little, and Jenna pats his back a few times.
Hey, whose grandpa's didn't?
TJ stares at them, furrow-browed and wide-eyed.
Mine! Mine didn't do that! What the fuck?
Boy. You fuckers. TJ. Why? I'm gonna fucking stab you assholes with a knife, and then I'm gonna gut you, and I'm going to...
Carl,
Oh, sorry,
I'm
I think
gonna
I got
force an
that
actual hot dog down your damn throat.
You son of a bitch.
TJ
Oh,
cusses
sorry, I
in what's
don't know what
laughing.
He's like, I don't know what happened. It's like I was hysterical all of a sudden.
Just raged out. TJ crashes out. TJ crashes
Starts
out.
trying to stab people with a hot dog. Ring, 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 ring.
Would you like an Oscar Mayer wiener in the eye?
He starts like trying to stab Leo, and Leo's just like, oh, DJ, stop. And takes a bite of the hot dog. Leo, he's like, TJ, stop. Stop.
I can't do it anymore. TJ, stop. Nom, nom, nom.
Oh man, this idea is just so dumb. I love it. All right.
It reminds me of like this picture I saw long ago that was making fun of the trolls in Harry Potter, like the first Harry Potter.
Uh-huh.
And it was pitting that troll against like the cave troll in Lord of the Rings. And
Yeah, they had like... I know what you're talking about.
The cave troll was blindfolded. It was injured. It had like a stick of celery as a weapon. It was being attacked by lawn gnomes. It was being hit by a meteor.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then they were like, "Now it might be a fair fight." I tried to find that picture so many times. It's like I can't find it. I'm so sad. Whenever I try to look it up, it's just not there. Anyways, Jenna, boys, go for it.
Boys? Jenna gives us a look, speaking in that same tone, that same old maternal tone she's been using since she was 10. I merely shake my head. Leo comes around and sits at the remaining spots at the end of the table.
Yes!
I look up, quickly finishing my bite of bacon. That's my name.
Was gonna ask you earlier. I got my speaker set out, hooked up to my playlist on my phone. Pick us out some music, will ya?
He gestures to a pill pod looking thing, with his phone sticking out of it near the grill. Any guidelines?
Stay out of the sample music folder. You'll really just hear oh, oh, oh,
Oh,
oh.
jeez. Oh.
Suddenly the episode was not safe for work. But as Echo, it's never safe for work.
What do you mean? They were boxing. He was like, and there was like, and Chase socked him. He's like, oh. He smirks. What a callback. Oh, yes. Now I remember. The sample folder was the homework folder. Yes.
Yeah,
All the
homework.
teenagers out there know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Except I hid mine in System 32 so no one would look at it.
yeah,
I rise
homework.
to my I rise up to my feet and head over to the speaker. I pick it up and squint at this phone screen. The overhead sun casting quite a glare. I see a few playlists on here. Which one should I pick?
Ooh. I don't think it really matters which one we choose, but I actually remember seeing this, so let's see. Hip hop and chillin' mix. Cousin Angel's epic or rock EP.
Episode.
Pops. Huh?
Episode. Rock episode. I think. I'm
I
probably wrong.
I think it's like an EP. It's like a type of short recording.
No, okay.
And then Pop Summer Jams Club / Beach Playlist. Go ahead, Finn. Which one do you think we would choose? Dun, 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 dun,
I don't see any
dun,
power metal
dun,
on here,
dun,
so...
dun, 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 dun.
And let's go with Pop Summer Jams. Because we are around a lot of sand and a beach of sorts.
Oh, yeah. And we're not going to chill in the desert, that's for sure. We're like bake.
Huh? Is summer music appropriate for spring break? It sounds kind of new agey. Wait. I actually really like this song. Good choice, Chase. Even yourself a drink. Before I can respond, Jen is already up, on her feet. She's got 2 hard lemonades in grasp. She hands one to me. I give her a grateful nod, hitting the bottle top against the edge of the grill to get the cap off. Unfortunately, the top just shatters, splaying shattered glass on the ground.
I thought that was going to happen.
Christ. Jenna smirks, taking a swig of her own drink. Very smooth. Well, I suppose with that little gesture, it's dancing time. I'm not sure if this is her type of music, but she begins swaying to the beat of the pop song regardless.
Aren't you supposed to do that for a new boat? I'm still eating my hot dogs.
Emphasis on plural. Next thing I know, Leo's up as well, popping his shoulders up and rolling his arms. Leo used to be great at dancing, but that was when he was 4 inches shorter and 40 pounds thinner.
Ouch.
He's kind of giving me dad at a cookout vibes, which in turn is starting to give me mild midlife crisis by give me a mild midlife crisis by proxy. TJ soon joins them, balancing things out. The Link's doing some basic shuffles. I look down at my feet. Fuck it. I'm an otter, right? Natural entertainer. We have been ignoring Leo for the entire trip. Let's dance
Yeah,
with
we
Leo.
have.
I'm not sure if it's exactly safe to drink out of a bottle with a broken top, but I might as well try.
What the fuck? Chase, you dumbass.
Fortune favors the lacerated intestines and throat, right, Chase? The cuts in my throat will make the alcohol work quicker, right? After avoiding Leo for the past day, it might be best to not ignore him right now. I'm still wary as hell about the way Leo has been acting, and embarrassed over my own behavior. But he's still Leo. He's still the closest I've ever gotten to another person. Plus, somebody needs to stop him from doing that lawnmower move for the 8th time in a row. He spots me walking towards him, and his whole face seems to lighten up.
Alter!
Leo!
Dance with me?
I smile lopsidedly. Somebody has to. I can feel the other's eyes upon me and Leo as I move a little closer together. As Leo and I move a little closer together. I keep things simple, doing some basic two-step with with a rolling of my waist. No gimmicky moves. Leo begins to catch on and does the same. You've done this before, after all. Leo's dragged me to every prom, junior prom, and homecoming dance there was. Haters be damned. I wasn't much for those sorts of things, but he was a varsity football guy, so by high school law, he was expected to go to those things.
We still good to talk later?
Of course, I mean, yes.
Sounds good.
Leo's gaze drifts past me towards the table. He's quiet for a moment, simply moving to the rhythm.
Hey,
Hmm?
do you remember when we...
It takes me a moment, but my eyes widen and I feel my neck begin to burn. Oh, God!
Hey, you were the one who insisted putting ketchup on it.
Should have put that jalapeno ketchup on it. Leo smiles cheekily.
Wouldn't bother me. I'm spicy Latino, remember?
He rumbles some.
The look on your face when I could barely fit in the bone.
Now my cheeks are absolutely burning. Man, you jerk.
Off. Whose idea was it again? My crotch smelled like a concession stand for a week because I don't shower.
It's not my fault you don't know how to properly wash.
Eh? Says Mr. Muskie himself.
I let out a large puff of air. Huh.
Bah!
It feels just like when we were a couple. And that's the scary part. My mind reels back to Leo's confrontation with Flynn these past few days. His violent behavior. I take a step back, clearing my throat. Let's just dance, okay?
I hear ya.
We continue on, and it feels like just an hour passes.